Good evening, welcome to the channel. We have got an empty trailer. We're headed north. It's getting dark, but there's a Galaxie in Idaho that needs to be rescued. All right. Headed north towards Newport, Washington, and the skies look strange. So, I don't know if we're going to encounter some weather. It looks like it's been raining off and on here. We should be just a few miles out of Newport. All right, rolling through Newport. It is still daylight. We're still trying to make it to this car before it gets dark. Oh, there's some cars down there. What do we got over there? Check out all this old cool stuff here. Little town of Priest River, Idaho. Quaint little village it is. Population 1,754. Thriving metropolis. A while since I've been up here. Bonka, 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 bonka. I sure hope I can get out of here. I always love hauling a trailer into unknown places. I would just love to get to back out of here. This is quite a driveway. This looks like it'd be really fun in the winter. Ooh, I can get a little flood action. I haven't seen a Galaxie yet. Oh, there it is right there. Go up around here and turn around and come back to it. There she is. Right there. She goes. Plow over there. You good on that side, Kale? Yeah. All right, that's good. Let's go right here. And then I think I can angle this trailer to get right under it. It's the one I usually strap it to the trailer with. Alright, let's block it.
But the problem with when you have a trailer, you seem to collect a lot more vehicles.
Yeah, that is for sure.
Well, I got a trailer. Pick that right up.
No kidding. All right, so just rolled through Priest River, Idaho. Just picked up the 62 Galaxie. Gotta fuel the old workhorse here. Let's take a quick look at it. It's kind of getting dusk when we picked it up. Grill's a little bent up. No motor trans. Original 6-cylinder 3 on the tree car. But all in all, she's really pretty solid. Gotta like the 57 Ford hubcaps. Front bumper's a little bent. I believe a lot of these Galaxies rot out here at the bottom of the fenders. This one's actually pretty good. Two-door post car. Quick look at the interior. This was a 6-cylinder with a 3 on the tree. Still got the clutch pedals in it. Radio's missing. We got one of those. We got a couple of those. Interior, pretty roached. Sunbake. Apparently this car sat in Moses Lake, Washington for a while. See, this is just a Galaxie, so not a 500. So this is the base model for this year. You notice it's got a thin chrome piece here, whereas the 500 will have a wider chrome piece with the other piece inlaid in it. But again, no keys, typical. Does have the trunk lock though. We could get some keys for it. Got a drive shaft in there, a few extra parts, taillight, expansion tank. The trunk's actually really solid in this car. Haven't really seen any major issues with it. Even back here where the body bolts are, it's all looking pretty good. Nice little surface rust there. See, trunk lid's rotten like they all are, where the mice live in the deal there. A few pinholes in the trunk right there. But you have a dent. This is probably the worst of the body damage on the whole car, is this dent right here. Be able to pop that back out, look more presentable. Again, front fender's really clean. Missing the antenna. And just a Galaxie, not a 500. You'll never get hardly ever get a good bezel on one of these. That one's smashed, and that one's smashed. Just everybody who owned one of these cars just had to ding the front bezels on something. So, there she is. We'll get her back to Spokane and figure out what we're going to do for a drivetrain. I'm thinking like a 390 with maybe find like a T10, or if we can find a decent top loader that doesn't totally kill us. If anybody's got a top loader for sale that's decently priced, drop it in the comments below. We'd certainly entertain it. And I'm not talking, when I say cheap or low price, I don't mean like $7. I'd probably go $12 on one, if it's decent, usable condition. So, no, just kidding. You know what those things go for. Again, I'm thinking 390, got one out of a 70 Country Squire, 4-speed, bench seat, shifter on the floor, no console. I think she'll look pretty good. Tell me what you guys think we should do with this car in the comments below. Has a title, so therefore we can build it. This one should be easy to push because it has no engine transmission. All right, so here she is, home in the pasture. Get you a little bit better walk around now that it's off the trailer. Immediately drawn to my attention, a couple things. Number one, it still has its original plates on it. These plates were used from 63 to 66 in Washington. Bonus. The 57 Ford dog dish hubcaps are a very nice touch. Dig those. And even though this is a base model Galaxie, which would later be the Ford 300 or the custom in 64, it's two-tone paint scheme as well. And we'll take a look at the VIN tag, and that'll show us. We'll look at the paint code on that, and that will indicate that it's a. You'll see 2 digits on the for the paint, which indicates the body and the roof. Notice the wheels, the body color. This car is actually pretty rust-free. It sat in eastern Washington, Moses Lake, in the desert for many, many, many years. Get you around to the back here. Original paint is very worn. It's a very, 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 what I say, cool patina. Some people would say, oh, that's junk, needs a paint job. Yeah. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder when it comes to cars. This is about the only real body damage on the car, and you can't even see it that well. We kind of already pushed it out a little bit, but down here it looks like it took a shot in the quarter panel right there, and it's even hard to see in the pictures, but it's kind of cracking out down there. Right down there. Kind of wavy. It was a little bit bigger dent, but like I say, some of it's accessible from the trunk and we were able to push it out, but like we say around here, driver quality. The glass on the car, really good. Good shape. And notice it's a base model Galaxie, so lack of the trim down here on this panel here. It's just body color. 500 and a 500 XL would have the aluminum trim on this. There's the gas tank door. She's a little sticky, but still there. Still got the original tank in it. Looking like on these tabs, looks like 1974 was the last time this car was registered. So that's kind of cool. We're gonna fix that. Of course, we'll keep these plates on it. The lettering's all there. No key, so the owner pulled the trunk lock, of course. Really nice things to note on this car. The channels are dry. Here you're gonna find the most rust in this car is gonna be in this trunk lid. Get you in right there if you can see that. It's very, very common for these trunk lids to get rotted out, and you can see the evidence right there. See all these channels right here? They're hollow. Look at this one. And you can actually, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see the mouse bedding in there. So mice make their home in these channels, and very common on 61 and 2, and 63 and 4 as well. Mice make their home in these channels, and their urine and stuff basically is trapped between the bedding and the metal and just rots it out. But the channel around the trunk is in really good shape. So basically we just need to find a trunk lid for it. Rear bumper, pretty straight, in good condition. It's got a little wow on the other side, little place where like the chrome's rubbed off. But this side, car is really, really straight. Again, 4 matching wheels with 4 matching hubcaps. Get you inside here in a minute. There's the one really cool thing. This must have the towing option, because you see it's equipped with the ahead of its day, the Marathon Radial ST205-7514 for trailer service only, which means that this car was designed just to tow trailers. Not really. I had to clarify that just for, there's probably somebody who could go, this guy is an idiot. So, super straight. Let's take a look inside. Windshield's good shape. I don't even see a chip in it. Typical of cars in dry desert areas, and this is a lot of times what does the floors in on these cars. We do have dry air over here, and you see a lot of this on the cars from California, Arizona, where the sun's a lot. This rubber gets dried and hard, and then when it rains, the rain comes in through these cracks right here, pulls up on the floorboards, especially if the car has carpet. It gets trapped between the carpet and the floor and does it in. Instant 10 worm. So, just looking at the headliner, of course, it's gone. The bows are all still in here, but we can see lots of, you can see mouse house action in here. All the headliner bows are still there. Of course, the sun from sitting in the desert. I mean, the floor pans are the beneficiary of that. The interior is not. This thing is just sun-baked. I do have some seats out of another 62 that are in better shape that we'll probably use in this one. But yeah, but you can see the original upholstery pattern in it. Again, this is a two-door post. As you can see, they tried to make it look like a hardtop by putting the chrome around here. But it is a solid metal post there. So you cannot roll both windows roll down, but when they're rolled down, you still have the post in between there. Drag racers back in the day preferred these cars because they were more rigid. In fact, if you look at a 64 Fairlane, the Thunderbolts, they were two-door post cars. Again, because they were more rigid. Every once in a while, you'll see somebody make a Thunderbolt clone. It'll be the two-door Sport Coupe, and you're like, it's just not right. So, again, dash is all there and intact, except for the radio. Radio's missing. Speaker grill's popped up there. But I've always liked the 62 because they've used the engine turned trim, kind of like the Impalas did. This is really the only year they did this. Ford is in 62. Wow. Dash, lots of surface rust on it, but we can sandpaper that off and smooth it up and repaint it if we want to. Might just leave it like that. I kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool. There's the VIN tag we were talking about. A couple things on the VIN tag, if I can get you down in there. You notice the paint, D and an M, that'll note two colors. Shows the blue and the white. Axle 6, that's kind of cool. With Fords, you know, a number means open. It means this is an open differential, but the 6 means it's a 356. If you have a letter here on a Ford, that's typically a limited slip differential. This one is a 6, which is a 356 gear, because if you look at right here, the V, that denotes it as the 223 mileage maker 6. So a lot of times you will find, I had another 61 Fairlane 4-door 6-cylinder that was a V code also. That car actually had the 389 gears in it. This one is the 356 to 1. It was an original 3 on the tree car. You can see it's still got the pedals in it. Let's see what the odometer reads. 7109. That very well could be the original mileage on this car. I don't see a lot of, I mean, because it was parked in 74 when it was only 12 years old, most likely. I don't see, there's a little bit of wear on that side of that pedal, but not a lot. So I don't know what happened. The engine and transmission are gone, so maybe the engine went bad or something happened and they just parked it or pulled it to rebuild it and never got back to it, or hard to say. If cars could talk. Grill, a little bit bent up, not too bad. You'll hardly ever find a 61 or 2 Galaxie that has good bezels on the outside. It's the leading edge of the car, so they were almost always bumped into something. Bumped there. Bumped there. Let's walk around to this side. Let's take a look at the glove box. This car does have another cool feature, you know, besides the towing feature. This one had the buttonless door opening. See, I don't even have to push the button, and the door just opens right up. It's common on these cars that these inside the internals are gummed up, and that doesn't lock anymore, so we'll have to do a little work to get those to latch the doors again before we drive it. The dirt there, actually looking really clean on the floors over here too, even on the passenger side. Passenger side rust is very common on these because a lot of times the heater core, which is right on the glove box there, leaks, gets in the carpet. This car probably had vinyl floor mat. Being a base model, it probably didn't have carpet. Well, I don't know. I do see some, it looks like, no, it had carpet. There's some evidence there under the sill plates, so yeah. And now we'll look under the bottom of the doors. These are often areas that are rotten too, but this one actually looks pretty good. I don't see any holes. we'll call that a win. So, like, actually, other than the dent in the quarter panel and the rest in the trunk, this car is really solid and definitely has a really, really cool patina to it. I need like an old school tack to mount on this dash. Let's see if we can get in the glove box if there's anything in there. Oh yeah, look at that. Treasure trove. There's the American something about a lock. Got a key in it. I don't know what this is. Lock your windows, lock your doors. The sash lock. Brass plated. So I don't know what that was from. Here's a registration certificate from Warden, Washington. That's 1969, December 31st. Expiration date. Gas power, 62 Ford. That is $17. They were probably just like screaming too, like, gosh, this state takes all this money for this, and they don't ever fix the roads. $17 highway robbery. Well, there's some towelettes. I'm not going to open them. They still could be moist. They still could be good. I'm not going to. A bunch of trim screws in there, and there's something in there. I don't know what that is. There's something inside this little envelope right here. Oh, it's a screw. It's a flathead. Hang on to that. Might be part of the car. And some miscellaneous screws and stuff in here. And there's some General Electric Company. That's like a light bulb wrapper there. What else we got in here? Some screw holes for lock. So, anyway, nothing super exciting in there, but yeah. But the glove box is there. It's intact. Got the Galaxie script on there. So, all in all, I know I'm a weirdo, but I like it. See, it's the mirrors attached to the panel right here on there. It might be actually on the mounted to the window on the hard tops. I can't remember because these cars are slightly different than the two-door hardtop version. So there's a good look at the inside. Again, super solid desert car. And last but not least, we'll take a look under the hood. Got a double latch on these, and voila, it's missing. You can tell it was a 3 on the tree car. You see the levers for the transmission there. Single pot master cylinder. The old fruit jar. Heater hoses were cut, but you can see the battery tray's got a little bit of rust right there in the corner, but all in all, not too bad. Core support, I don't see any holes in it down there. I mean, these are common areas of rot on these cars, but this one is very, very, I mean, the paint's burnt, the interior is burnt, but it's very, very well preserved. And so we got a blank canvas on our hands here because we've got clutch pedals, so it definitely has to stay a stick car. We've got no motor, no transmission. So again, blank canvas. I'm thinking, and you guys comment below on what you think. I'm thinking, boy, this hood's in really good shape too. Look at that. This is these are commonly rotted out on the front lip right here. This one's really good under this trim. Got a little bit of a dent right there, a little wow in the trim, but again, I'm thinking 390 with a T10 behind it, just a shifter through the floor, some shine up the patina, and just drive it. Make a little patinaed 80s type little boulevard bruiser. That's kind of my vision for it. If you does have some, these are common on this car too. I see some some dents in the rocker panels on the bottom because these cars were pretty long and people would high center them routinely. You can see the original dealership to Moses Lake Ford sales. They might still be in business. They may have been bought out, I'm not sure. Could check into that. But yeah, Moses Lake Ford sales. Moses Lake still has the original license plate ring on it. Front bumper is a little wowed up on the bottom, but again, driver quality. So again, I've shared my vision for the car. If you think it should be something different, I'm open to opinions. Drop in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like more of this content on these full-size cars. We've got a bunch of them to save and get back on the road here. So appreciate you watching. This is going to conclude this video, and we'll be back at you shortly with some more full-size Ford content. Have a great day.